Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Cape Coral Police Department Youth Recognition Program. My name is Joy Nyack, and on behalf of the department, I'd like to welcome you to our Do the Right Thing ceremony. This afternoon, we're here to recognize some of Cape Coral's young residents who chose in some way to make a difference through their positive actions. We're going to begin our ceremony today with the invocation, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. For the invocation, I'd like to welcome our lead police chaplain, Dennis Gingrich. Would you all please stand?
Thank you, and I'll lead the invocation first, and then the Pledge of Allegiance, and the flag is up on the dais behind the students. Let's pray. God, I thank you for this day. I thank you for your love, for your grace, for your mercy. We're grateful for this opportunity to recognize some of the finest students in our community, those who have made great choices, those who have served others, those who have done honorable, heroic things for others and on behalf of others. I thank you for their love for people and their love for truth and righteousness and justice. And we ask you to bless them today as they receive their proper recognition for doing always the right thing. And we ask your blessing on all of our first responders here today, our police department, our fire department. We're thankful for their daily service, day in and day out, doing the things that are routine for them, but that are heroic in so many ways, serving and protecting our community. We ask you to bless each of them. And Father, today we ask your blessing on all of those who protect the freedoms that we enjoy every day here and around the world. And we ask your grace upon each of these parents and all these family members and teachers and others who've come to honor these students today. We ask it all in your name. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated.
Before we get started with our awards, I'd like to recognize some individuals who are here with us today. When I call your name, if you could please stand. Kindly hold your applause until all names have been called. Fire Division Chief Mike Russell, Pat and Dorothy from the Cape Coral Social Club, Matthew and Michael Richner from the Ecological Labs, Cape Coral Command Staff, Captain Mike Catania, Captain Jack Fulop, Captain Darren McKenna, Deputy Chief Lisa Barnes, Deputy Chief Anthony Sizemore, and Chief Dave Newland. Let's give them all a round of applause for their support. Thanks once again for coming out this afternoon. Our guest speaker this afternoon will be Matthew Richner. Matthew is a Vice President, Chief Information Officer for Ecological Laboratories here in Cape Coral. Matthew has resided in both Cape Coral and Fort Myers since 2001. Matthew chose Southwest Florida to be his home after he graduated from the University of Miami, mainly to assist in the growth of his family's business, but also he saw the potential for the overall growth in the community. Since the move, Matthew has helped to grow Ecological Labs through 6 expansion as well as a manufacturing facilities in China. This growth over the last 18 years or so has Ecological Lab to be one of, if not the largest manufacturer in Cape Coral. Matthew actively performs drums on the weekends in the rock band called Smack Daddy, which has gigs in Cape Coral, Fort Myers, and Naples. He enjoys the beautiful outdoors of Southwest Florida as he rides on his jet ski whenever time allows. Since 2000, Ecological Lab has been and continues to be a corporate sponsor for the Do the Right Thing program. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Matthew Richner.
Thank you, Joy. Hello, everyone. I'm Matthew Richter, Vice President and Chief Information Officer for Ecological Laboratories. We are a 44-year-old biotechnology company based out of Long Island, New York, and back in 1998, we opened up our first building in Cape Coral. Just over 2 years later, I moved to Cape Coral and helped run and grow the family business. The same year, we became a sponsor for the Do the Right Thing program. Almost 20 years has passed now. Since then, Ecological Laboratories has grown to constructing 6 buildings in our North Cape Industrial Park campus. Not only have we grown, but our city has grown from roughly 30,000 people back then to 200,000 today. It's unfortunate that with the numbers now of a true big city, we're going to hear more and more on the news story of crime and depressing stories. Well, first, I'd like to state that even though this is bad news, it's what the reporters love to sell us. We need to point out that our police and fire department doing an amazing job actually making the city rated one of the safest cities to live in our country year after year. A special thank you to Chief Newland and Chief Lamb, and of course their departments. What many citizens don't get to hear, but I fortunately do, are the stories of these amazing students that month after month, for all these years, get recognized for their courageousness, selflessness, and just doing the right thing acts to help their fellow students, family members, and other Cape Coral citizens, or just looking out for the well-being of the public. Sometimes it's hard as a kid to do the right thing when you have to worry about peer pressure, not looking like a tattletale, or even worse, negative repercussions. But with all these stories, the common denominator is these students persevere, do what's right, and can have an immediate positive impact on someone else. These are the stories and the news should be focusing on, but unfortunately the world doesn't seem to work this way. What an amazing program we have here. Every month we get to reward these special students who did stand up and do the right thing. Yes, the students get rewarded with wonderful gifts from the sponsors and donations to the organization. Some even get financial scholarships, which are rewarded at the end of each school year. I personally feel it is us, the citizens, who get to hear these amazing stories, that we are the ones who are actually rewarded. Being able to attend or at least read or hear about these winners is special upon itself. The students give us hope for the future, that even with the bad news we hear out there, there are still leaders showing the city how to be a productive member of society. And time after time, I hear how some of these students have led their lives to be even more successful down the road between their schooling and their careers. We are sitting in a room today amongst future successful leaders. Keep doing what you're doing. You're on the right path, and I'm proud to honor you today. Thank you.
Thank you for that speech. Now it's time to meet our Do the Right Thing winners. Chiefs, would you please come forward for the presentation? Our first Do the Right Thing winner this afternoon is 6th grader Luke from Calusa Middle. Luke, would you please come forward? Luke is joined here this afternoon by his mom, Robin, brother Jesse, Jeff from the Salvation Army, and Rabbi Boxman. Also joining Luke here this afternoon is School Resource Officer Wilcox, School Counselor Irwin, and his teacher, Ms. Brooks DiCarlo, as well as Assistant Principal Lisa Whaley from Calusa Middle School. Those who are here with Luke, would you please come up for your group photo? While volunteering at the Salvation Army Pantry, Luke noticed many kids wearing only flip-flops. This concerned him because these children and teens walk several miles to the fields. They walk to their temporary homes and to the Salvation Army to get food and basic necessities. Luke organized the Go Sneakers Drive at Calusa Middle and also asked parishioners at his place of worship to donate sneakers. Because of Luke's effort, he was able to collect 148 pairs of sneakers to donate to the shelter. We thank Luke for his empathy and benevolence. Our next Do the Right Thing winner this afternoon is fifth grader Mattingly from Pelican Elementary. Mattingly, would you please come forward? Mattingly is joined here this afternoon by his parents Robin and Scott and his grandparents Paul and Kathy. Also joining Mattingly here this afternoon is School Resource Officer Westerlin and Principal Ed Carter from Pelican Elementary. Those who are here with Mattingly today, would you please come up for your group photo? For Christmas, Mattingly wanted nothing for himself. The only thing he wanted was to feed the homeless. Mattingly received $200, which he used to purchase and deliver food for those in need. Mattingly was very happy with the results and wants to set up a website to help feed the homeless. We thank Mattingly for his kindness and commitment in helping those in need. That was quick. We're down to our last set of winners for this afternoon. Each month, our board of directors chooses one student as the overall winner for the month for his or her outstanding achievement. This month, we have 3 students who have met those requirements. Our first overall winner this afternoon is 7th grader Elena from Mariner Middle. Elena, would you please come forward? Elena is joined here this afternoon by her school resource officer, Atkinson, and assistant principal, Elena McCreary, from Mariner Middle. What the heck, we'll take the group photo. Elena recently went above and beyond in verifying the welfare of a fellow classmate who was in desperate need of immediate mental health intervention. Worried that her peer may continue to hurt herself, Elena reported her concerns to the school resource officer. The student was safely located, at which time she was provided immediate medical attention and mental health intervention. Without Elena's quick action, the outcome of this incident could have been catastrophic. We thank you, Elena, for her courage and compassion. Our next 2 overall winners this afternoon are 7th graders Jesse and 8th grader Bichelli from Calusa Middle. Jesse and Bichelli, would you please come forward? Jesse is joined here this afternoon by his parents Amanda and Jesse, sister Savannah, and grandparents Michael and Renee. Bichelli is joined here this afternoon by her parents Brian and Ashley, sisters Shalimar and Shanette, and grandma Beverly. Joining both students here this afternoon is School Resource Officer Wilcox, Counselor Irwin, and Assistant Principal Lisa Whaley from Calusa Middle School. Because we have a large group, we're going to take Bichelli's family's photo first, and they will step aside, followed by Jesse's family photo in a few moments. Those who are here with Bichelli, would you please come up for your group photo? Don't be shy. That's only one family? Wow. Now, Shelley's family, remain on the stage, but just step aside. And now we're going to have Jesse's family. Please come up for a group photo. Now, if both families could just stand while I read the bio for one big happy group photo. Everyone together, both families. Recently, while riding the school bus, Jesse and Brichelle observed a student in distress. Jesse acted quickly to keep the student safe, while Brichelle borrowed another peer's phone to call 911 for help. Because of Jesse's and Brichelle's quick action, a student's life was saved. We thank Jesse and Brichelle for their quick thinking and heroic effort. Before we adjourn, I'd like to tell you what our winners have received. Our winners today have received a certificate of recognition and a trophy, a Do the Right Thing bag, a t-shirt, and various other items, as well as gift certificates from 3 Pepper Burrito, the Mooring Seafood Restaurant, Gulf Coast Fudge Company, Scooter's World Class Coffee, Iragazi Pizza, Ice Cream Club, McDonald's, and Culver's. All students will receive a picture in the near future of themselves receiving their awards, as well as a letter from the Senator's office congratulating them on the job well done. Our Do the Right Thing sponsors are listed on the back of the program. When you're in their business, please stop and let them know you appreciate them. If you come across a student who should be awarded, please let us know. After our final group photo, I encourage you to congratulate the kids and help yourself to refreshments in the hall. Winners, would you please stand? Everyone join me in a final round of applause for our winners. Winners, together with our guest speaker, would you please come up for a group photo, bring your certificates and your trophy with you. That brings our program to an end. Please join us at our next ceremony celebrating the 25th anniversary of the Do the Right Thing program on February 19th. Thank you.